I'm excited to welcome on one of the quickest rising stars in Jaquan Harris. What's going on today, bro?
Well,
Not much, man. Well, it's been a busy past couple of weeks for you. Take us through what it's been like now having coaches call you and how busy you've been the past couple of weeks.
yeah, it's been something I got to get adjusted to. I got adjusted quickly, but it was kind of hectic that first night at 12. I was getting a lot of texts and a lot of calls all at the same time, and then that went on to the next day. So it was fun. It was fun.
And you had some offers already heading into it, but as you said, I mean, you pretty much blew up, got a ton of offers, ton of calls and interest from you. But when was that first call? What time was the first call that came in for you?
My first call was at like I think it was at 1. It was Maryland at 1.
Okay.
It was
Did
my
you do much
first
sleep that night?
one. Nah, I don't even be sleeping. To be honest, I be
Gotcha. And let's just go through your recruiting process. I mean, your first offer was Arkansas Little Rock. What was it like that day when that first offer came in for you?
I think I woke up. I was about to go to school, and then one of my coaches called me and told me, and I was excited because it was like it's like something you dream of in middle school. So
hmm And as you move throughout your recruiting process, I know some guys obviously always value that first offer. They probably don't always go to that school, but is that a school you're probably going to keep in your top eight, top 10 group when it obviously comes time to cutting down your list?
it's possible. It's possible.
Mm-hmm.
To happen.
Gotcha. And you've obviously pulled in a bunch of offers recently. Some schools like UConn, Marquette, Illinois, list goes on. What's your relationship like with some of the newest schools that's been involved with you now?
Yeah, I've been talking to all the schools that have offered me and interest me almost either every 2 days or every day. Some hit me up more than others, and but they all are showing interest. So.
And let's talk about some of the schools. I mean, these might not obviously be the schools you're heavily considering or not, but just some schools obviously have some big lines to them. And one of them is Rutgers, a school that would be pretty close to you. And it's a school
Mhm.
I think that's become a lot more attractive now that they have landed Cliff to the team. So when you're a prospect and you see them being able to land a prospect, a top 50 guy like Cliff, what appeal does it have to you?
Yeah, it means a lot because it's like it's saying you could be a high impact player and still play for your hometown and still be able to go to the league or go overseas or just play pro in general. So he's opening up doors for Jersey, definitely.
And another one that's pretty nearby is one of your earlier offers as well as Auburn, a school that's really been on the rise. Bruce Pearl's doing an incredible job with especially the guard play out there. You see this guy's able to produce someone year in, year out, top prospects that are at the point guard, shooting guard position. What does that have? What kind of impact does that have on your recruitment?
It has a great impact on me knowing he's a legendary coach already and he knows what he's doing with his guards. So that means he knows what he's gonna do with me. We've been reaching out a lot to me and my father and everything. So I appreciate him for that.
And we're going to talk about a couple of schools that's pretty close to you, but ultimately there are a lot of schools that are in your area that have obviously offered you, have shown interest in you. When you talk about going down the line, staying somewhat close to home, how much of an impact will that have on you?
Um, it's something I would like to do, but it's all about the situation.
hmm
Whatever the right situation I'll go to. It's not really. I don't like. I would like to stay close to home, but if I can't, then so be it.
And when you came on before when we did the IG Live interview, you talked about obviously what comes with being a New Jersey guard. Obviously, the guard's are dominant, and that's a lot of the case with a lot of schools and college-wise in your area. Another one is Seton Hall. The guy Miles Powell is coming out of there. We see what they do year in, year out. Guys also like Isaiah Whitehead. When you also see a program that puts guys in the NBA at your position, just what appeal does Seton Hall have to you?
Yeah, I've been talking to Seton Hall a lot too. It's been telling me I could be one of the. I'm one of. They tell me I'm one of the best guards in Jersey, best guard in the country. But I just gotta. People gonna notice it soon, and they just tell me I could be one of the best. I mean, one of the next upcoming guards and to go to that school, and
hmm
I appreciate that.
And UConn's another school that is a school that has a legendary history. They're an iconic school. There's been coaching changes recently. They've been in, and it's kind of a sense of rebuild the last couple of years. But you see them put a guy up like Shabazz Napier. They have guys that obviously win championships out there. That's something that you probably want to do as well. What's your relationship like with UConn and the new staff?
Yeah, I talked to Hurley, Coach Hurley, and the assistant coach Kamani Young.
Mm-hmm.
And they seem to have a lot of interest in me. We were on the phone. I think it was like the first day, but it was later in the day. But their energy was great, and they came off good. So I can't wait to see where that goes.
And the other big one I want to talk about as well is Marquette. We know who they just got done, who just graduated, and that's Marcus Howard, probably one of the greatest point guards in college history, scoring wise. And once again, when you just look at all these programs, though, in general, these are a lot of programs that have elite guard play. A lot of guys that either have legendary college careers and then go pro. How much of an impact is that having a school that has elite guards at the school?
Yeah, it means a lot. That's just showing that I could end up being an elite guard, and I'm doing it right. So I just got to keep doing what I'm doing, and that shows that I'm doing the right thing.
And so these are the offers we have. You obviously had some of them. What's the interest? What's some of the schools that have yet to offer you that have shown a lot of interest in you?
Kansas, Michigan, Virginia, Virginia Tech, West Virginia, Florida, Villanova, Providence, Maryland, and that's about it, I think.
And so out of those schools, who would you say is the most likely next school to offer you?
I can't really tell as of right now because they all show me the same amount of attention, so I can't really tell.
And as you talk about, you're having all these offers, lists are constantly coming in. One big part about you is that you are a taller guard, 6'4", near 6'5" guard. You have that height advantage. It's more of a modern day taller point guard. How do you kind of use that in a game? What's it like having that height advantage?
It's great. You can seal off smaller guards. You can post them up. Your mid-range game is easier to use. You're a great defender on ball because I'm long. I can rebound. It just gives me a lot of extra perks that other guards don't have.
And there's two personality things I want to talk about that about you. One is you have talked about many times. You're overall not a guy that always is serious at practice. You like to have fun. Well, so obviously taking the game seriously, but you like having fun. I mean, what's with that personality? How do you kind of bring that energy to a team?
That's just how I always been. I'm like the energy guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like at first, I gotta fill my teammates out first to see if I could play around with them and they could still get the job done with me, or I gotta be serious all the time. But it evens out. But I'm always fun to play with.
Mm-hmm. And there's a tweet you have pinned also. You refuse to get outworked. When you look at that, what goes into that mindset? What established you to want to have the mentality?
Yeah, I kind of got that from my brother. Like my brother, he doesn't get enough credit for what he's done in high school and college and all that. He's like the hardest worker I know. It's gonna pay off for him later on, but he just gave me that mentality and it just stuck with me. Because people could be ranked higher than me and everything like that, but nobody works as hard as me, and it's gonna show.
And I can imagine you want to be able to prove that this past summer in AAU. Obviously, that probably is not going to happen this year. If you had the chance to go out there and play AAU, what do you think you would have been able to accomplish and get done this year?
I would have been able to show I could play with all the guards on the Adidas circuit, and I would have been able to play, show my name and show who I am.
And overall, the 2022 class is loaded at the point guard, shooting guard, combo guard spot. It's probably one of the deepest guard classes we've ever seen. When you see the guys of the list of names that you see up there, how do you think you rank up with them?
Oh, I could play with anybody. Rankings is one thing, but people they're gonna have to show they better than me for me to believe. So I could play with anybody.
And when you look at that, one would obviously prove that is by going up against someone, playing them one-on-one in a game. What's some of the guys that you have on your list that you want to be able to go up and play against in high school or AAU someday?
I don't really have nobody specific. If we meet, we meet. It's not. I don't really got like a hit list and nothing like that. I just play. It don't matter.
Mm-hmm. And when you look at your high school career, let's talk about that. Your freshman year, you're at the Patrick School. What was that like getting adjusted to the high school lifestyle?
It was a big difference actually, especially going to a powerhouse like that.
Mm-hmm.
I had to get used to the physicality and the practices every day, twice a day, hard practices, taking care of my body. I learned that that was a big thing for me last year. This year because I played a lot, so I learned how to take care of my body while playing, and it was a great learning experience. I learned a lot from Coach Aventis. That still stick with me right now.
And that's the move you obviously make then for your sophomore year. But why would you say you want to make the move?
I just wanted to, cause St. Pat's, it's a great school and everything for basketball and all that, but it's like for you to, it's not. I needed to develop more,
Mm-hmm.
and that was really a place for me to be able to develop. That's like a place once you're polished to go to, and I wasn't polished yet, so I just needed to get somewhere where I would be able to make mistakes and play through them and learn from them.
And we'll talk about your sophomore year in a second, but overall, as you just said, the prep level, the national stage is something a lot of guys are leaning towards now. Now that you have had a year of development, I'm sure you probably might say your third year now, coming for your senior season or something, is possibly going to another national prep school something that you would consider?
I never really thought about it. I'm just worrying about next season, to be honest. I haven't really thought that far, but who knows? I don't think I'll be leaving though.
You guys had 24-5 record. You had a big year. What was this past year like?
It was fun, man. It was a learning experience. It was just like a great team feeling. We won counties, and that hasn't happened in my school for like 30 something years or something like that. So that was big for all of us. And it was just the team just had a great bond. It was fun.
And you had a 16-point per game, 6 assists, 4 rebounds, 3 steal year. What's the next jump for you? What do you think you're capable of putting up next season?
Oh, I think I could rebound more. I think I need to average about 7 to 8 rebounds. My assist total is pretty good, so that could stay where it's at. My points pretty good too, but I think I could bump that up to like 18, 20 to show them for like relentlessly. So I think I could do that.
And there's going to be pretty big shoes to fill. I mean, a lot of the team is returning still. We know you obviously going to have Tristan and all as well. But obviously one of the big guys on the team last year, Quadri, moving on to Wake Forest next year. That's a pretty big role in the team. How do you kind of plan to fill what he brought to the team?
Players, we just gonna have to step up. We got Josh Rivera this year.
Mm-hmm.
He middle of the year, so he wasn't able to play from RC. So we're gonna have him. He gonna have to step up and play. Tristan gonna have to do his thing. Kyrie gonna have to do this thing. Everybody returning gonna have to do their thing, and we'll be fine.
And so what's the expectations of the team? What do you guys want to accomplish next season?
We gotta win counties again. We gotta win states because we didn't do it last year. And we gotta make it to the CLC. I think we can compete with anybody in Jersey right now. I don't see nobody else who can match up. That we can't match up with. So I think everything is like there's a chance we can do anything possible. So.
And you talk about New Jersey, it's one of the most loaded states in the country. Where does New Jersey rank up across everyone else in America?
Oh, we first. Yeah, nah, ain't nothing like Jersey basketball, man. We a complete package. We got everything. The grit, the skill, all that.
Without doubt. And I know we've talked about it a little bit before, but going through this recruiting process again, it's going to be a fun, enjoyable time. Can be stressful. It's always hard to find that true school you want. You do have something that we just talked about in Quadri that's gone through it now. What's the advice? How's it kind of helped you now as you get ready for this next chapter?
Yeah, I just see how Quad he weighed his options good. He ain't rushed to commit or anything like that. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take as many visits as I can. I'm gonna just weigh my options. I'm not gonna jump to conclusion too quick.
And so when do you kind of plan to want to start taking visits? I mean, obviously you can't tell Corona stuff's all finished up, but when do you kind of want to start doing visits?
As soon as I can, to be honest. I just once all this clears up, I'll try to take as many as I can, see where everything's at, and just see how the campuses are and everything.
And for you personally, what would you say is the biggest attracting thing of a college to you?
The if I could be able to play right away, because I just want to be able to play. If I know I'm gonna be able to play, like if I see like the roster and everything for that next year, and the coach is telling me I'm gonna be a big piece of the team, then that's a higher chance.
And you've been talking to all these coaches now, getting a feeling of all the different personalities you've been able to talk to. Overall, what would you say is the kind of personality of a coach that you want to be coached by?
Coach that got a lot of energy, that can teach me things every day, that can get me better and help me get to the next level.
That's big time. My last thing before I let you go is, I know you're working obviously to build yourself a legacy, what you accomplish on the court as well as for the community off the court. When you step away from this game down the road, what do you want that legacy to be?
I just want to be known as like the dude, the humble dude that I am, because I don't really gloat about nothing I got, because I know it's like it's not common
Hmm.
for to have the amount of offers, amount of interest I have. But I know I work for it, so I don't gloat about nothing, and I just grind until I make it to the top.
Absolutely, man. Well, I'm definitely excited to see what God's got in store for you, man. Appreciate you taking time to come on.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, man. You know you're always welcome on, bro. God bless.
All right, bro.